Good evening, I'm Justin Case. People in Bell County are getting calls from so-called police agencies asking if they would send donations, but police say it's not as innocent as it may seem. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds talks with police about why they say you should just hang up and then report those calls.
337-248-269. These are partial phone numbers local to Bell County that people started getting calls from the last few days.
A lot of times that's a tactic, to try to solicit from a more personal level, even though it's not.
It's what scammers are using while targeting the Bell County area. Scammers ask for donations to go towards police agencies.
If they're legitimate, they will send you a brochure.
And I didn't see the posting on Facebook till after I'd had the call.
But the obvious script the callers were using sounded oddly familiar, and not one from police agencies.
But I knew it was telemarketers or something that had received that type of training because I'd done it before about 20 years ago.
And the training stopped him from being the scammer's latest victim.
I asked several times for them to send me something in the mail so I could make a decision because I'd be very interested in supporting the police. When the guy told me they didn't mail anything out, I just told him, have a good day, bye-bye. Hung up.
Press 1 to be removed from our calling list.
Goodbye. Police advice: never give any information over the phone because you never know how much information you could actually be giving out to would-be scammers. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say if you suspect you are a victim of this scam, contact your local law enforcement to report the incident.
We saw that sunshine return once again for today. It was a very warm day out there as well. I've seen a few clouds around the area. You'll notice as we take a look at a few of our cameras, University of Virginia over into Wise, you'll notice those clouds throughout the day, but overall we have seen plenty of sunshine. US 119, US 23 in Jenkins, you'll notice those drier conditions over there as well. Calm conditions really throughout the day. Satellite and radar, you're not seeing really much of anything, just a few clouds. We have been dry throughout the day, but that'll change really as we head into the end of your work week. Now temperatures, they're into those low to mid 80s, feeling very warm out there, definitely feeling almost like summer. So if you haven't got out and enjoyed today, you still have some time to do it. Maybe just put on the sunscreen. You'll definitely need that allergy medicine as well, as those are the pollen count is pretty high for today. But as we head throughout the overnight hours, you'll notice that we see those temperatures really only dropping into about those low to mid 60s with those partly cloudy skies. Temperatures continue to be warm as we head into your Wednesday and into your Thursday. Cold front moves in, knocks us down as we head into the weekend. I'll have that full forecast coming up in a little bit. Justin.
Paige, thank you. On the back roads of Letcher County, you may find yourself stumbling upon a small lake. Though it's full of beauty, the County Tourism Committee is ready to make some improvements. WYMT's Laura McCourt explains.
A hidden treasure in Letcher County.
Riding your bicycle, running, walking, kayaking, canoeing. There's so many opportunities here.
Is looking to get a little makeover.
Decks overlooking the pond at the RV slip area.
Tourism Director Jessica Howard is ready to see some improvements around Fish Pond Lake.
We have so many people here in Letcher County that care about this lake, that care about the beauty of Letcher County, and we know that by coming together, we can make that happen.
Improvements not only to the property.
We want to improve the bathhouses that we currently have, our bathrooms. We want to make improvements to the current bathrooms, as well as add bathhouses with laundry facilities, showers, additional bathrooms.
But making it simpler to rent an RV spot by online reservations.
So right now, if you were wanting to come and stay in an RV, what you would need to do is call Letcher County Tourism, and it's all via phone.
Though it may take a little time.
The grant opportunities that we're currently looking at will take probably a year before we can get started.
And a whole lot of work.
They're a vision right now, but we can't wait to see them become a reality.
The finished product will be worth the wait. In Letcher County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Howard says the new overlook decks, grills, and fire pits will be added to the RV park by the end of May. Calls for a military uprising in Venezuela have led to a massive clash in the streets. Gunfire erupted as government forces clashed with supporters of opposition leader Juan Guaido near a bridge in Caracas. In a social media post, Guaido called on the military to join Operación Libertad, an uprising to topple Nicolas Maduro's government. Guaido blames Maduro for the country's economic and humanitarian crisis, but Maduro refuses to step down. A soldier from Fort Campbell has died following an incident in Syria. The military says Private First Class Michael Thomason died yesterday. His sister says the family was told Thomason died in a shooting. The Army says his injuries were non-combat related. The 28-year-old was from suburban Detroit. Gatlinburg will be home to yet another attraction. The Gatlinburg Skylift Park announced the grand opening of the Skybridge attraction, the longest suspension footbridge in North America. It officially opens May 17th. The bridge measures 680 feet long with glass floor panels at its highest point. The bridge will also feature an observation area, snack shop, bar, and gift shop. As many as 10 kids a day are dying from abuse and neglect in the U.S., but every day experts estimate 5 of those deaths are not getting counted in a report meant to track these horrific cases. With a look at who's slipping through the cracks and why, here is Lee Zurich of our National Investigative Team and Investigate TV with Defenseless.
You've heard it a million times. You should never, ever have to bury your kids before yourself. Hi.
In 2016, Ryan Heyer buried his daughter, Cheyenne. The girl's mother, a Mississippi police officer, left Cheyenne inside her cop car for 4 hours. Authorities said before she died, her body temperature reached 107 degrees.
I think the hardest thing that I had to do was I had to show up to the funeral home, beforehand, and I had to pick out clothes.
Cheyenne's death is one of the 1,700 reported by states in this federal report tracking child abuse and neglect deaths across the country.
I've seen it before, and I would have never thought it'd happen to me, that it'd be my child left in the car.
While Cheyenne's hot car death is counted in this report, 5-month-old Israel's isn't. He died after an uncle and his girlfriend left him in a car for 4 hours. The couple was charged with child abuse. Analysis by Investigate TV found children like Israel missing from the numbers. Analysis that leads experts to say there's a significant undercount. For more proof, experts point to Alaska, which reported 2 child abuse and neglect deaths in this 2017 report. Nebraska and North Dakota 1, Vermont none.
These states might be less populous than California or Florida, but I don't believe that for a second.
Experts say accurate data helps prevent unnecessary deaths. For example, it's led to child car seat laws and indoor smoking bans.
When we don't have an accurate count of a problem, we can't make the arguments to invest adequate resources to fix it.
Child advocates blame the Department of Health and Human Services, or HHS, in its handling of the 45-year-old Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act.
We have a cycle of incompetence across the board.
Our analysis and interviews with child welfare experts found HHS has failed to force states to report accurate numbers and didn't implement many government watchdog recommendations. But experts also blame Congress, which they say failed to properly fund HHS.
HHS is certainly derelict in its responsibilities.
We reached out to HHS for an on-camera interview. They declined our request. Ryan Heyer's daughter died in a hot car, but the data in Mississippi made a difference. It forced the state to take action. In that federal report, Mississippi even told the federal government after seeing this pattern of deaths, it launched public awareness campaigns about leaving children in hot cars and began counting these deaths as neglect and not accidents. For little Cheyenne, that data and that warning came too late.
This month, a Mississippi judge sentenced Cheyenne's mother to the maximum 20 years in prison for manslaughter.
And if you've been outside today, you notice those allergies acting up due to the tree and the grass pollen being pretty high. Now, when will we see relief? I'll have those details coming up for you guys in just a few short minutes.
Coming up, a look ahead at the CBS Evening News as they put an eye on life in debt. It's a story students and parents will not want to miss. Then at 6.
A change is coming to an animal shelter in Martin County. Coming up, I'm Marianne Fletcher, and I'll tell you why local rescue organizations are worried.